you today?
Hi, Jordana. We are doing terrific. And can you believe 1 week from today is Christmas Eve?
Oh, wow. Time has flown by.
I remember when we talked about Hallmark giving us their Christmas presentations for the past 6 weeks. And it's hard to believe that the time has gone by so rapidly. And now we're looking at New Year's.
That is so true because countdown to Christmas is almost over. We're getting to the point where we're just getting to the review of the countdown to Christmas.
Right. Santa's getting his sleigh and his reindeers all ready to fly.
So we're getting to the point where we're going to have to be reviewing the countdown to Christmas next week. But let's get to the point of this review, and let's review the one we watched.
Wasn't it a great show?
I loved this week's one.
I'm sure the audience for Hallmark was thrilled. This was a wonderful movie that we all got to enjoy, and it was terrific.
We watched on Saturday night, which was called Sealed with a Kiss. Oh, I lied. We watched Sealed with a List.
With a list, like New Year's resolutions.
Exactly. Sealed with a List. And it was based on our character, our main character, Carly Kincaid's
Yes.
New Year's resolution list.
But it also included Christmas time and how she and her boyfriend enjoyed sharing Christmas love and Christmas giving with those who are less available to do this.
Well, you're jumping ahead, Dad. There was no boyfriend at the time of the list making.
Well, that's what was so exciting about this Hallmark. We, as the audience, got to watch a love between two people develop. We watched the chemistry between the two characters develop, but we also watched the chemistry between the actor and the actress develop.
Exactly. This was a romance we wouldn't have saw coming, I don't think, because this was at the beginning. This was a boss. Well, she was in a position of a profession, and she was hoping to get this career move, right?
Yes.
And then this was the boss's son who ended up getting this job that she wanted, right?
Right. And it showed the boss's son sort of living in the lap of luxury with people who waited on him and drivers of big cars, and people made his breakfast for him. And suddenly, he had to change his life.
Absolutely. Because the father got a little upset because there was an oopsie daisy amongst the company.
That's correct.
And that was part of the story where our character, Carly, had to make a decision and start her list.
Yes, she started her list, but also the story unfolded and developed because she gave up her job, her career at the company to help her boss, who was the proprietor's son, and it all fell apart for her.
Yeah.
And the relationship between these two young people developed. And it was so much fun to watch.
It was fun because it was an unexpected love throughout it, but they developed this friendship during it. And you just felt like you were going around on all these adventures because one of her things, her list of things that she wanted to do in the year.
Her New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolutions was to have these adventures. And this Wyatt he was very adventurous. And so he brought the spunk and the spirit out in her, I thought.
Well, the dialogue between the two, as I mentioned, was so beautiful. And we, as an audience, wanted this relationship to develop. And the screenwriters developed this so beautifully, and Hallmark really hit it out of the ballpark.
I agree. And I really loved that we were able to see it develop. And part of it, Hallmark always has a reason behind these relationships and what happens. And our main characters had things in common. One had lost a father who abandoned them. The other one had a mother who had died at a younger age. So they had this in common, and we got to see the emotional tales of it.
Well, we got to share with it, and we sort of wanted this emotion to be there to help the two young people find love together.
Yeah, and I think that came out. I know you kept saying, well, I want to see the purpose and the things, and it brought the father and the son back together that kind of lost their spirit. And that's what I think the Christmas part of this was, because we always wonder, how is it a Christmas movie? But
they
Christmas
gave back. They paid forward so that others less fortunate could be able to enjoy the season.
Yeah.
And that was also part of the wonderful aspect of the story.
Right, they brought the Toys for Tots into it, which I love seeing how he played the Santa in that. I love seeing how there's always a part of family with either family traditions with the ornaments.
Yes.
I really loved how Hallmark captures the spirit of the holiday.
I think if you want to see Hallmark at its very best, be sure and watch this film. Yeah. You will feel the Christmas spirit, you'll feel the beginnings of New Year's, and also you'll feel that perhaps you, the audience, was part of this love because it was probably how you met your spouse. And that's what was so good about it. What's for next week?
So next week is an interesting week because we're getting into actual Christmas week. So Hallmark is doing reruns. The only movie they have new next week is on Thursday, which happens to be A Miracle in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, which I believe is kind of, like the real Bethlehem story, which maybe we'll watch.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. This past summer, Mom and I were in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and it really is a very lovely town. If you've never been there, put that on your list.
So I saw sneak peeks of that, so maybe we'll watch that. Otherwise, next Sunday, still stay tuned because we most likely will be reviewing one of the Hallmarks that we have watched in this countdown Christmas, and we're going to keep it a surprise.
Yes, and we wish all of you to have a wonderful, wonderful holiday time, and we'll be keeping you abreast of what's going on in Hallmark.
And if there is one that you want us to review, put it down in the comments.
Yes.
When you subscribe, comment, and let us know which one you want us to watch.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
That would be fun, I think, and we'll watch it and review it.
And we'll share with you. And until then, I wish everybody, again, a wonderful holiday time, and we'll see you right before Christmas Eve. And we'll be able to share another Hallmark adventure if you wish. And we wish everybody the best. See you all another time.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.